Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Just Cooking. I'm your host, Bassam AlAlawi, aka Be The Maker on Instagram. And today I am so excited, you guys, to have the one, the only, Hessa Alkhalifa, aka Curiously Hungry on Instagram. The Avengers.
Assemble.
Assemble.
It's been a while since I saw you. How have you been doing?
I've been great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today.
My absolute pleasure. I'm very happy to be here.
Love your food.
I love yours.
Thank you. We'll just like cook for each other and just watch each other and mukbang, like live.
Yeah, that's okay.
He's like, no.
Off camera.
Off camera for sure. Well, what are you going to be making for us today? Because I'm excited for all these ingredients.
Okay, so basically every Ramadan I make this cauliflower fritter thing for my family.
Ooh, nice.
But this year I was like, why not fuse it with our traditional Bahraini kebab?
Nice.
And so we basically have a cauliflower kebab with barberries and dill and all this yummy stuff.
We like.
So yeah, let's get started.
Let's. And by the way, I love the addition of the barberries, that like astringency, that beautiful.
Thanks.
Command me, let me know. What can I do?
All right, so the first step we want to do is have our boiling pot of water, which we have right here.
Excellent.
And we want some cauliflower to get in there, kind of, get...
Gently put them in there.
Gently, please, do not burn yourself.
Yeah, this is...
That'll sit in the boiling water for about 15 minutes or so, just to get it kind of tender and mushy, so we can put it in the kebab. Okay.
And you're gonna kind of chop these up so that they're like nice and...
Yeah, we're gonna mash this all together. It's just gonna be like a whole blend of yumminess. So in goes the cauliflower. You want like a small cauliflower, about like 270, 350 grams.
Perfect. So it's not those obnoxiously like Frankenstein head cauliflower.
And local is best.
Local is best, you guys.
So we have a cute little Bahraini cauliflower going in the boiling pot of water.
Excellent.
Now, we are going to start with the batter.
Right.
So, you want to get your chickpea flour, which is the kebab flour that you can find at any supermarket, like whether in Bahrain, Emirates, all over the GCC. And what's cool about this dish is it's gluten-free, which we are going to add all our spices to.
What do we have in terms of spices?
In terms of spices, we have cumin.
Lovely.
And turmeric.
There we go.
And cinnamon.
There we go.
And what was the last one?
Well,
daqous. Daqous is the last one.
Right
if you can't find daqous, it's pretty easy to find as well. But if you can't find it, I'd substitute paprika.
Now, tell the audience who might not know what daqous is. What is daqous, ladies and gentlemen? Especially y'all gluten-free people.
It's basically like a nice spice that's blended here in the GCC.
Beautiful.
It's not really specific to a region. It's just a mix of spices. Instead of like the Bahraini masala kind of mix, this is more specific. It's not spicy.
No.
But it's
like a seasoning mix, kind of, right?
Exactly, a seasoning mix.
Yeah, and you used to make it like a bunch of things. You can use to make sauces, add it to this beautiful chickpea dish.
Now there's daqous, which is like the liquid daqous, but we're talking about the spiced daqous, so don't get it twisted.
So like blend it, do not get it twisted.
All right, so we're gonna do about a teaspoon of each.
Okay.
But for the cinnamon, we're gonna do...
I've got your measuring spoons.
We're gonna do half a teaspoon for the cinnamon, just because we don't want it to go too...
There you go.
Sweet, I guess.
Yeah, it is kind of sweet.
Is this the cinnamon?
That is the cinnamon.
All right.
And this Chinese cinnamon does have a more of a residual sweetness as opposed to like Sri Lankan cinnamon, which I love, but like in a dessert, because it has like it's like orangey flavor.
Sri Lankan cinnamon is the best.
It is.
I've been there pre-COVID.
Nice.
And one of the best souvenirs I ever got was cinnamon sticks.
I know, and they look like cigarillos, like small cigars.
They do.
Yeah.
It changed my cooking. We did like a Moroccan tagine with it.
Ooh, amazing! It goes really well.
I think the secret was that Sri Lankan cinnamon, and I mean you should know. Your cafe is called Darcine.
Yeah, I heard it
which
here.
has the best food, you guys. Honestly, like I gained 5 kilos eating his.
Shameless plug
achieved.
Club sandwich.
Your club sandwich is insanely
Thank
good.
you. I'm blushing, you guys.
And
you can't
your
see.
soups. And your soups.
Which we made in previous episodes. So catch those and you can make them yourself.
I've always been asking you for your soup recipes. I finally...
Now you'll see it live on TV.
Finally got it. Okay.
I know.
So here's where we're going to do the salt, because you've been asking, when are we going to put the salt? Are we going to salt the cauliflower? We're not going to salt the cauliflower. We are just going to let it
do its thing.
Yeah. I mean, you can salt the water. I don't mind, but
let me salt the water. Just for my sanity.
Just for your sanity.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the thing with kebab is you have to really be careful with the salt, because too much, it's inedible, and too little, it's
doesn't taste like much.
Yeah, exactly. In Bahrain we say masakh.
It is
so
masakh.
You kind of don't want it to. And the thing is, here's the trick.
Right.
If you are not sure, so I put 2 teaspoons. If you're not sure about the salt content,
right,
you can make your batter and then kind of leave it and fry 1 or 2 just to check the salt. If you need more, that's when you add it. Instead of frying your entire batch and then your family's like,
nobody's gonna eat that.
What did you just make?
And that is a great tip just in general as you go throughout cooking. Just taste everything. I've been trying to pump this message out there.
It's important, because if you can't eat it,
you've added some black pepper right there.
Yes, I added some black pepper. I put about half a teaspoon or so.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna give
we
that a
like
mix.
pepper. We're also gonna add some actual peppers, and you can go crazy or mild with the green peppers.
Crazy.
Mild.
There you go.
Okay, so that's our dry mix, and to that we're going to add our wet ingredients.
Right.
We have 3 eggs and 3 tomatoes, which we will blend up really soon.
Yeah, and then we'll be back and we'll show you guys what to do with those wet ingredients. Stay tuned for the rest of this. You can't miss it because it's delicious. So you prepared the chickpeas. What are we going to do next? And we blended up those tomatoes.
Yes, we did. Now, here's my tip that I've seen on a few videos from YouTube.
Right, because it's unconventional doing this.
Yeah, so technically and traditionally, you'd add water to the kebab.
Right.
But a few housewives that I've seen posted their secret, which is tomatoes. Now, tomatoes are a liquid.
Yes.
And they're a flavorful liquid.
They are indeed.
Whereas water is
bland.
There we go. And we are not about bland.
No, we don't do blandness.
We're about flavor.
Yes, we're not going to say that flavor town business, which I just did.
Shot yourself in the foot.
I did indeed.
So yeah, this is the real trick here. Our liquid element is going to be tomatoes. Now these are 3 tomatoes blended with a bit of water just to kind of get the blender going.
Yes, indeed.
And we're going to add the 3 eggs to the tomatoes, and that's going to be our liquid element, which we're going to add to the dry. But before we do that, I need your help, Bassam.
Some acrobatic insanity, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to switch places, shall we? I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. There we go.
All right, that's your knife.
That is in my knife. And tell me what to do. You want these chopped. These are?
Yes. Now the element that we love about kebab is the freshness, and the freshness comes from the herbs or herbs, and
both acceptable.
And what we're known for in Bahrain is bagel, not bagel as in the cream cheese, bagel, which is also called Chinese chives in certain places.
Yet grown here, which is confusing.
I mean, yeah.
A little bit.
But I mean, it's the same thing. It's mainly, I guess, found in Asia, and we're on the continent of Asia. Go figure. So what I want you to do, Bassam, please, is chop, we call this a shedda of bagel. It's just basically...
There you go.
You find it in the supermarket, a handful, like the one wrapped with the rubber band.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need. If you want more, you can add more. My mom kind of prefers more. I'm just kind of about the green, so 1 is enough for me, but you're more than welcome to add 2.
And it does have a strong oniony flavor, so that's why some people prefer it and some people don't.
It does.
Yeah.
You can also add actual onions and spring onions to this dish, and that's going to give it a really nice kick as well.
And is this size all right? This is okay?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Chopping skills go.
There we do it.
The other green element that we're going to add is dill, and it might seem unconventional, but I think dill is one of the most underrated herbs. Like dill doesn't just need to go on salmon.
Amen.
I mean, it's known for many Persian dishes. Your sabzi is amazing, by the way. I remember when you made that.
Thank you. I do enjoy
years
cooking Persian
back.
food sometimes.
Yeah, you do. And I love how you ask questions and
Thank
try
you.
to get it right. We're always learning. We're always students.
I agree. And I've learned a lot of this, a lot of what I know from actual people. So it's not about those who just go into culinary school. It's about housewives, about male cooks. It's about somebody cooking in a village somewhere. It's about, I don't know, traveling. That's a big educator, you guys.
I think the secret of cooking is learning other people's secrets, wouldn't you agree?
I agree, just collecting them.
Like that tomato, like the tomato, I think that's the best secret to kebab.
And I've never done that,
water.
and that's stolen. Thanks.
Yeah, it's yours for the taking.
Okay. So, what do you want me to do with these now?
You can just set that aside, and I need you to chop the dill, please.
Right.
We'll probably need 3 tablespoons of dill, more if you like, but I think 3 tablespoons is just enough. And we're also going to add some chilies.
Green slim chilies.
Yes, these are very hot, so please be careful with them. And when you chop your chilies, please do not touch your eyes, because
Which I always do. Or other bits, in fact.
it is painful. And I'm warning you now, but you know what? Experience is the best teacher. So I hope you never touch your eyes, but you will remember me if you do. And I hope that never happens.
So go ahead, chop a chili, then touch your eyeball. You learn that lesson for life.
Or wear a glove. Please wear a glove.
All right.
You can also de-seed them if you don't want them that spicy.
Yeah. And we've used dill in another episode, which you need to watch to figure out what we did with it. There you go.
I'll be watching.
Please. All right. So the dill is chopped, the Chinese chives or bagel is pre-prepared. What next?
The chilies, they're right there.
I'm trying not to do that because I know
Please
I will
don't
touch my eyeballs. All right.
I mean, you have glasses. That's kind of like a shield.
Yeah, we get beyond the glasses, and then we're just a glutton for punishment. What can I do? How many of these do you need?
I'd like 1, but it's up to you, Bassam.
Sorry, crew, but you are going to have a spicy day today.
We're going for 2. And you're keeping the seeds in, or?
I'm keeping the seeds in. So I've chopped up all of the stuff you told me to chop up, but you've also added some spring onions, just 2 sprigs.
Yes, spring onions give it that freshness that we need,
Right.
and you know, who doesn't love spring onions?
I do.
So these are our green elements. We got your spring onion, which you can place in a bowl.
Right, there we go. Into the said bowl.
Yep.
Let me move this so everybody can see.
We'll put the bagel, we'll put the 3 tablespoons of dill, and the chilies.
The chilies.
Right. In the meantime, I am going to crack 3 eggs.
Alrighty.
And that is going to be our binding agent.
Okay. Look at that color.
That is. Show the camera.
And the
I know
smell.
what that
And the
looks.
smell. Smell it.
What does that smell like?
It's fresh, it's oniony, you've got the herbal thing with the dill, it's perfect.
Sounds like a beautiful garden.
It does, it does.
All right, there we go.
Ben is next to me because we legit like that.
We should actually do the acrobatic thing and switch.
We
Pretty soon.
We should.
Because we're gonna get the cauliflower out
Alrighty.
now. Which.
So those are 3 eggs, you said?
Yes, 3 eggs.
Okay, there we
Thank
go.
you. So we're just gonna whisk these.
As you whisk, acrobatic switch, commence. There we
Ta-da!
go. We professional.
All right.
So, you want me to fish these out?
Yes, please.
And I'm gonna use the spider. This is called a spider. I have no idea. Well, because it looks like a web, doesn't it? Okay. I'm gonna move
Seriously,
these.
Bassam?
I have no idea what I'm saying.
Spider doesn't sound appetizing, but you know.
No.
Apt. Very
In
apt.
some countries it is.
You know what?
Yeah.
You shouldn't kill spiders.
I know. Why?
Because they take care of the home.
They do.
They take care of like the insects and all that.
Tell
so.
that to the people in the Amazon. They have fried tarantula for lunch.
Yeah, but no, no. Tarantulas are a different story. I think like, and spiders are, I don't know, they're harmless, but they're scary.
But I
they're
do like
harmless.
the fact that there's something friendly about them. But that's about it. That's as much insect as I can handle. Anyways,
Back to the Avengers. I
to the
stand
Avengers.
Spider-Man. I
Yes.
stand Spider-Man.
Okay.
So we're gonna mix our wet ingredients together.
okay,
No spiders involved.
no spiders involved.
And I know this is like بيضة طماط. Legit, but we are not making an omelet today. This
No, we are
is just a technique that I've made up, and it actually works. It looks gross, Probably smells gross.
Which prompts me to ask the question, why did you choose to make this one for us today?
Why did I choose to make
Kebab, basically.
kebab and in this way?
Yes.
You know what? I've always been scared to cook traditional Bahraini food.
Right.
I think it's daunting.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to teach you like a certain way, because every household kind of has their own dishes.
Absolutely. And you're French trained and you have an
Yes.
Italian background as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what really led me to kind of release my fear of cooking Bahraini food is I'm gonna do it my way.
Yeah.
And doing it my way means I'm not limited by opinions or thoughts or anything. So that's
somebody
what
else's
kind
history, for that
yeah.
matter. Yeah.
So it took me this long, but it kind of freed me to do what I want. And today is a perfect example of that, because who would put cauliflower in a kebab?
Amen. Hallelujah. Have a happy Ramadan.
This girl.
All right.
So we are going to mash the cauliflower
Cauliflowers,
in
okay.
the dry ingredients. So
Right.
Bassam, if you could be so kind
So I'm going to take
to
these.
go to town, like just
I will do my best.
take us to Flavor Town. This is a running joke. We probably shouldn't have mentioned that.
No, y'all won't get it. Okay. So how many, like in terms of grams, approximately how many grams are these cauliflowers?
Like 270, 280 to like 350. You're not really gonna taste it,
Right.
Unless you really put the 350 and
Right.
get it to like a kind of medium cauliflower.
Right.
But it's also there for protein. And kebab is a vegetarian dish, so you kind of want as much protein as you can.
And see how easy this kind of mashes.
Mash it up, yeah, like
perfect.
15, 20 minutes, and it's easy. So that kind of introduces the moisture into the dry ingredients.
But also texture. Like I like what you did
Yeah.
there with the texture.
Yeah, you can't wait to eat this.
I
huh?
cannot wait to eat it.
Are
I'm
you
like,
curious to know how it turns out?
Plug it is. I am curiously hungry.
Are you?
I am.
You know what? I love that people can relate to the name. It's not just mine.
The name is
It's-
perfect because it is usable.
Yes, and it's relatable, and
Yeah.
that's what I like to be, like relatable. It's not just
No.
about me. It's about food. It's about humanity. It's about us together, the collective, on
I
the
agree.
table.
And I
you
can
know?
see that like when we follow you on Instagram, your stories, they are interactive. You've got games.
I'm
So
very
it's not,
silly.
Yeah, but it's not just like food, it's games, it's like there's hunts you do. Like I
Yeah.
love those.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, approve or not approve? This is all right?
Absolutely approve.
All right, perfect. Look
Okay.
at that.
So there's no rhyme or reason to doing this. We're just gonna add everything together. So I'll help you add the
Let me do that. With my
herbs.
clean and sanitized hands.
But be careful, there are chilies in there, Bassam,
I will
and you
touch
know what
my
we said
eye.
about chilies.
I know. I will touch my eye eventually. Well, let's just get this out of there. All right. All right.
All right.
Mix that up.
Okay. So here's where the magic happens
Yeah.
and kind of blends everything together. The liquid ingredients.
Right.
I know this is a big pile of gross, but but trust me, it's going to turn into something lovely.
Look at that. Just look at the colors, man. It's just so
Isn't it-
festive.
Yeah, and isn't like Ramadan about like really celebrating your family?
Absolutely.
Getting into the festive season. I love seeing my family in Ramadan. That is one thing that I can never get tired of.
Especially with the fact that everybody was unable to do so for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
Which isn't fun.
And I don't know, just having this on the table is like, it's my tradition, as well as some brownies that my cousin never fails to mention. Shout out to you, you know who you are. I will make the brownies.
You can mention her. You plug her. That sounded good.
But she also has a food Instagram as well. You can follow her. She's the Hungry Traveler.
The Hungry Traveler, ladies
She
and
has
gentlemen.
a really great Instagram. And really great nails. I never, like, you know when you hold up a drink and you're like, hey, you know, I went to Starbucks.
As opposed to these bad boys.
Same.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
chef nails, whatever. What you gonna do? I haven't had a manicure in forever. But anyways, yes.
Mention.
Oh, mention. This is another secret ingredient, but you know what? I feel like they're jewels.
They are.
And I love playing with ingredients. They are pretty to look at, and they're tasty, and they're fun to eat. So we're gonna add barberries, otherwise known as zarashk.
Zarashk, indeed.
And these are basically dried pomegranate seeds. I wouldn't substitute with raisins. Please do not. There is no substitute for this. This
No.
is just
And raisins have these like weird cloying sweetness that would not go well here.
Cloying is your favorite word. And cloying sweetness is the worst thing Bassam can ever say. Trust me. If he says something is cloyingly sweet, it means do not serve this to him again.
She knows. So what are we going to do now?
We are going to add the garlic in the bowl, and we're going to let it rest for preferably an hour.
Why do you let it rest?
It is the way.
It is the way. For y'all who get that.
So I like
that.
to add like 2 cloves of garlic, but more garlic is welcome, as Bassam is instructing me to put 3.
I love garlic, ladies and gentlemen.
Same here. And honestly, who doesn't?
I know, right? And this garlic press, you guys, saves you the trouble.
And you don't smell like
no, you don't.
garlic. Oh, but there's a tip if you do mince garlic yourself. Do you know the trick where you run your fingers under cold water?
I do not. I usually cover my fingers with oil.
No, and and you rub a stainless steel knife the other way safely under running cold water, and your fingers won't smell like garlic.
That is an amazing tip.
Pro tip.
Like you said, learn from each other. I love it.
Exactly.
All right.
So we are going to make
next?
a dipping sauce for our lovely kebabs.
Using
Greek yogurt and lime and olive oil.
lime.
Salt and pepper.
There you go.
If you like, you can add some dill.
All right.
But
Let's keep it fresh. Keep it white.
yeah,
why
it's
not?
a preference. It's a preference. So go
Do you
ahead.
want the zest from this?
I would like the zest, please,
All right.
and the juice of the lime that is in your hands.
All right.
And
The
then
whole
we're-
thing?
Yes, sir, the whole thing. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, the best you can find,
Yeah.
because it really makes a difference. Since we're not cooking, you're gonna taste the olive oil, and it should be kind of bitter, I'd say, like just
And fruity.
fruity. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just kind of
It allows you to know what to do with certain things.
like
Like olive
eggs.
oil.
I think eggs are the most transformative ingredient, because you can turn them into an omelette. You can turn them into like a hard-boiled thing. You can. What else can you do with eggs?
You can make a meringue.
Souffle.
You can make an île flottante, which we're going to do.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
French fancy desserts, ladies and gentlemen.
PTSD. It's still fresh.
Wow. So you added black pepper.
I did.
Okay.
And
Salt.
more salt for you.
There we
because
go.
You're the salt man.
And you've chosen Greek yogurt for this because of...
Again, extra protein, and it just tastes delicious.
I agree.
There's nothing.
It's way creamier than any of the other yogurts.
It is. It is.
All right, let me smell that. Summer.
Until they discover smell-o-vision, you gotta make this at home. But for right now, we are gonna enjoy this.
We are indeed. What next?
We can set it aside,
Alrighty.
and we're gonna get to the magic of this dish. The recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. You might ask, why didn't we add this earlier,
Yes,
while we were
why?
resting the dough or batter?
Yes.
Because baking powder is an active ingredient.
Indeed.
And the minute you add baking powder to liquid, it reacts.
Indeed.
So it's going to give us the puff that the kebab is known for.
Exactly.
And there are 2 different ways of making Bahraini kebab.
Right.
There's the round kind, and then there's the flat. Yes, so you want to get your pot at a very high temperature,
Right.
and then once you put your kebabs in,
Like so.
we're going to lower the temperature so it doesn't burn.
There you go. There you go.
All right, you want to put about 3 or 4, and you don't want to overcrowd the pan
Never.
as well. And this should be done in roughly 2 minutes each side.
Yeah, that's about right.
And you want to look at the color, but also you don't want a raw kind of batter
No,
inside.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Time. Great memes today, Bassam.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. In Japanese, they call this tenkatsu. The stuff on the side. That's
And we'll fish those
perfect.
out, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
are, with a
Yeah.
spider.
So we fried these up, and we're almost done. What next?
So you want them golden brown, 2 to 3 minutes, honestly, each side.
Exactly.
It could take more depending on your pan, could take more depending on your oil. You have to make sure it's at a high heat and then you lower it.
Exactly.
Very important. Brown means flavor, black means burn.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. That is like the curiously saying, is it not?
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, these smell incredible.
They smell like Ramadan.
They really do.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's almost sunset, so I feel like
It's the perfect time to have these kebabs. You're gonna garnish it for us?
Yes.
Okay,
with,
lovely.
Some lovely spring onions that we both cut. Shout out to Fatima behind the scenes. You helped
And
cut
her
these
insane
amazing
cutting skills.
Yeah. And then we're gonna serve them up with our sauce. Put some more green onions in there. And we are pretty much done and ready for fatur, you guys.
I know, I can't wait.
Look at that.
I know. Well done.
Thanks.
You guys, this has been Hessa's, aka Curiously Hungry's, kebab with cauliflower and a bit of barberries and a Greek yogurt and lime dip sauce thing, magical concoction. Yes, well done.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you guys catch this episode, and if you didn't, you better tell your friends to catch this episode with you. So glad you could have been with us on Just Cooking. Have a blessed Ramadan. Stay blessed, stay grateful, stay safe. And this has been Curiously Hungry. See you guys.